Now, this is hot in Nigeria. Hot news in Nigeria tonight. I am ready to take hard decisions to move Nigeria forward. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't think the president wants to look back and think twice and see what is going on with the citizens. He has said he is ready to take hard decisions to move Nigeria forward. But the funny thing is, the forward is actually taking Nigerians to is what Nigerians don't see. As right now, the hardship doesn't even look like it's taking Nigeria forward, but rather seems like it's taking us backward. How does the hike in fuel prices? Okay, first you remove the subsidies. How does the hike in fuel prices, food inflation, how does it explain him taking Nigerians forward? How does it correlate with him taking Nigerians forward? These decisions the government are making are not having any impact on the government. Their cars are well equipped with enough fuels. Their houses are well stocked with enough food. But you see the citizens that are going through it, just those in the transport business know alone, they know what they are facing just to get fuel. Just those going to the market to get things know how expensive and how high those prices are. They know how they are facing things in the market. So I don't know why. So the president saying he's ready to take a decision to take the country forward without being considerate or what it will have, without being considerate or the impact it will have on his citizens, does not look like a good decision of a good leader. But I think in a country where you want to, in a same country where things like decisions like this want to be made, I think the government would dialogue with the people. On a daily basis, the government will address people, assuring the people that things will get better. But the government in Nigeria prefer to take decisions and keep quiet, expecting the citizens to also keep quiet and keep mute, and just automatically adapt to it because they have because they feel like the government the people because they feel like the people in power because they feel like the people in the government have the power to do whatever they like without the opinions of the people. Whereas we live in a democratic nation or in a democratic world whereby everything is done for, by and for the people. Now this is the news. President Bola Tinubu on Friday in Belgium said he was ready to take the hard decision to move the nation forward, even as also said that it is not always easy for a leader to have a national consensus on issues. The president stated that when he met with Nigerians living in the People's Republic of China to round off his of the president stated that when he met with Nigerians living in the People's Republic of China to round off his official engagement in the country, describing his visit as very good and successful. Now, a difficult time where people are desperate for a change and desperate for a better Nigeria, the president has traveled again. And while traveling, the president for once hasn't sent representatives to address his people. But when he got to China, he felt the need to address Nigerians in China instead of addressing Nigerians in Nigeria. Well, God will help us from this government. Now, the president, in a statement issued by his spokesman, Chief Ajuri Ngalale, was quoted as saying, What is uppermost in my mind is for you to continue representing Nigeria as good citizens, and I urge you all to be good ambassadors of our nation in China. We will always celebrate our diversity. We will cherish it, but this diversity is our commitment to serve. If it is about service, we must be of good citizens. According to the statement, the president noted that while it was not always easy for a leader to have national consensus on issues, he is ready to take hard decisions to move the nation forward. Now, Tunji Bello, a long-time ally of President Bola Tinubu since the days of their activism as member of the pro-democracy group, the National Democratic Coalition, NADECO, says operating as Nigeria's president is a different ballgame for the former Lagos governor. Bello, who served during Tinubu's second term as Lagos governor between 2003 and 2007, cited gargantuan problems. at the center as the reason the president has not replicated his excellent performance in Lagos at the federal level yet. Bello said, "What is known is that Tinubu is somebody who fights for the interest of Nigerians at any point in time, just like he did when he was in Lagos." Now, considering what he contributed to the development of Lagos, the expectation is that he will do the same thing in Nigeria. But Nigeria is a different, but he feels that Nigeria is a different thing entirely, and he feels that Nigeria is a different ballgame entirely. So we should not expect what he did in Lagos, and so we don't expect what he did in Lagos he should come and do the same thing in Nigeria. So we should not expect what he did in Lagos he should come and do the same thing. There is the federal character in Nigeria. When you get to the center, there is nothing like federal character in Lagos. That itself is one of the things he has to surmount. He has to consider the interest of different areas, and that should be properly studied. Now, Bello has said that while Tinubu was the governor of Lagos State, it is way different from Tinubu being the president of Nigeria. That while he was the governor of Lagos State, it was easy for him to say this should be there and this should be there. It was easy for him to say this should be done and this will be done. But it is a different ballgame. But I think it is all schemes and all lies. Because the same energy they use in making difficult decisions that will be hard on people is the same energy they could use in making improvisation that could sustain Nigerians till those decisions will begin to have the good effects or the good side on people. So I think it is all schemes and all lies. I think if President Tinubu wants to rule and want to change this country and if he is real about making decisions that will help this country, I think he can actually make improvisation for people. I think he can actually make improvisation that can actually sustain Nigerians and sustain them moving forward till the good effect of those decisions will begin to take place. Now, EFCC returned stolen $180,300 worth of cars to Canada. The Economic Financial Crime Commission on Friday handed over a total of 180,353 vehicles fraudulently taken by some Nigerians from Canadian citizens to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Speaking at the signing ceremony for the return of the recovered vehicles funds, the executive chairman of the commission, Ola Olukayode, stated that the Canadians were victims of cybercrime. He said this is an occasion we are using to demonstrate our commitment to fighting financial crimes and also to collaborate with other countries and agencies around the world. It is common knowledge that financial crimes have taken a new turn all across the globe. It has become a global problem. The people who perpetrate these crimes do in a way that show their activities are borderless and barbaric. They employ various means to ensure they move across jurisdictions. And that is why it has become very necessary and imperative for us to collaborate with our friends across the world. So yes, it is all lies. If the president is really committed to making a change and changing the situation of the country, he will do it irrespective of if it is Lagos or it is Nigeria at the whole. Like they say, higher position requires higher responsibility. This just requires him to be highly responsible. This just requires him to be more responsible than he was at Lagos State.